Hello, everyone. A very good morning. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 5D. Myself, Richa Shah, and this session will be moderated by me. I, on behalf of the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the ninth International Conference on Smart Trends in Computing and Communications, SMARTCOM 2025, held in Pune, India. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Pune, India, and the virtual event is being held today and tomorrow via Zoom. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions throughout the day. In this session, we will have 10 presentations, and each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 7 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, you can write it to me in the chat box. So before we start with our session, I'd like to introduce you all to our session chair, Dr. Vishal Patil, sir. Sir is an associate professor at Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology, Pune. He's specializing in computer engineering. His expertise lies in data science, machine learning, blockchain, cloud computing, and support vector machine. His research focuses on AI, data analytics, machine learning, blockchain, and cloud computing. Welcome to this session, sir. As we move on next, I'd like to call our first presenters. I'd like to call Ms. Ketki Bhoyar for her paper titled A Comprehensive Analysis of Transforming Fashion Using Generative AI. Ma'am, please can you start with with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Should I share the screen? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
you can. Yes, you're audible.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. You can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here at this prestigious ninth International Conference on Smart Trends. Hello. Can anyone confirm? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. So, good morning. Um, it's really an honor to be here at this ninth International Conference on Smart Trends for computing and communications. So today I'm presenting a topic which is titled as a comprehensive analysis of transforming fashion using generative AI. I am Ketki Bhoyer, a research scholar at DYPIU Akodi Pune, and this work has been guided by my mentor, Dr. Suvarna Patil, who is Associate Professor and Head of AIDS Department at DYPIMR Akodi. So, personal style is a powerful way to express who we are, whether through the fashion, design, or an art. Traditionally, creating unique styles has been a human centric process. But now, with the rise of generative AI, this field is evolving in many exciting ways. Generative AI is more than just a tool, so it's becoming a partner in unlocking new forms of self expression. My goal for today is to highlight a comprehensive analysis of AI based fashion recommendation techniques for investigating the system performance and research gaps. These are the contents that I'm going to share today. I'm extremely sorry. I think I forgot to switch on the video. Yes. So these are the contents that I'm going to present today. So the key problem that I aim to address today is performing a parametric analysis of these AI-driven techniques to assess the system performance and uncover the research gaps. Now, fashion recommendation systems which are powered by AI typically through the machine learning models to suggest the personalized content to the users. These systems leverage a wide range of user data that includes the purchase history, click patterns, conversation rates, and demographic details. So this user data, it allows the system to predict and recommend the products that align with the individual human preferences, which improve the user experience and engagement. Then one of the groundbreaking technologies enabling this is GAN, that is the Generative Adversarial Network. So basically, this GAN consists of two neural networks. One is the generator and one is the discriminator. The generator is responsible for creating the synthetic data, and the discriminator, it evaluates and distinguishes between the real and the synthetic data. So these two networks, they compete in a process that is called as adversarial training, enabling the system to generate the synthetic outputs that closely resembles the real world data. GANs are instrumental in creating personalized designs and even virtual try-ons in the modern fashion platform. Now, the main goal of my research is to perform a parametric analysis of AI-based fashion recommendation technique to investigate their performance and identify the key research gap. This is the first objective of my PhD work. So now let us review some of the related work in this domain. Researchers have explored the use of StyleGAN2 for AI-driven garment design, highlighting the limitations in the dataset quality and diversity of the categories. Then the mask R CNN and matching CNN techniques, they have improved the design recommendations, but challenges are there in integrating the multiple data modalities, like combining the text with the images. While here in the third paper, CNNs and the deep learning methods, they have advanced recommendation quality, but they have neglected the compatibility issues within the fashion ensembles. Now, GAN-based models such as StyleGAN2 and MSG-GAN have proven effective for generating personalized sketches. They have worked only on the sketches, but they lack the inclusion of the conditional inputs to tailor the designs further. So these findings, they basically reveal the critical gaps in data set quality, then multimodal integration, interpretability, which we aim to address in this topic. So the basic research gaps, these are identified from the overall literature review. Is the first is the impact of the dataset quality. It plays a critical role in creation of design images, yet this aspect has not been thoroughly examined in the existing research. So high quality diverse data sets, these are essential for generating realistic and personalized output, so these should be considered. Then the next gap is improving the recommendation and the design system. There is strong need to enhance the recommender systems by integrating the multi-modal inputs, such as combining the text with the fashion images, or combining the visual features, or adding some more filters. This would lead to richer and more accurate recommendations. Then next is restricted investigation of the deep learning methodologies. Current studies, they show a limited exploration of deep learning techniques. So expanding this scope could significantly improve the system performance and personalization. Then next is adding the potential biases. Bias in fashion recommendation is a critical issue. Using a diverse range of training data sets, in implementing the bias or implementing the bias detection algorithms, incorporating regular user feedback, and conducting the frequent audits can help mitigate the potential biases. So it ensures the ethical and inclusive AI system. Then improving the results interpretability. Improving the interpretability of the AI generated recommendations is essential, because this would enhance the user engagement and also increase the user trust and usability in the system. So these are the main contributions of my work. This analysis summarizes over 40 to 50 research accomplishments that integrates the fashion and AI with specific focus on application of generative adversarial networks in the fashion recommendation system. So this review, this spans the conference papers, journal articles, research papers between the 2017 and 2024 year, that showcases a wide range of approaches from conventional techniques to the GAN based deep learning techniques. Then it demonstrates a variety and creativity of AI technologies in the fashion industry, and it performs a parametric analysis of AI-based fashion recommendation techniques to evaluate the system performance and identify the research gap. Under the methodology, so as as a part of analysis of performance evaluation parameter, first we have discussed the analysis of system performance matrix. So for the purpose of assessing and enhancing the AI based fashion recommendation system performance matrix are essential. These matrix are shown in the graph. The parameters like precision, recall, F1 score, and mean average precision are considered to be the system performance parameters here. The graph, it clearly indicates that not all parameters are referred in the research papers. Similarly, I have also done the analysis of recommendation quality evaluation metrics. So the metrics like hit rate, coverage, accuracy, click-through rate, MAE, correctness, and human preference score, these are the considered parameters here. In the graph, as we can see, that hit rate is not used in much of the research paper, but actually hit rate should be used because it gives us the what is the top n recommendation, what is the best recommendation that you are giving to the user amongst the top n recommendation. So it should be used, and hence these are the recommendation quality evaluation parameter. And lastly, I have also done the analysis of.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just a
Yes.
gentle reminder that 7 minutes are over. Can you please wrap it up?
Yes, sure. So these are the GAN performance parameters, Inception Score, FID, and SSIM. So these are helpful in generating more diverse and quality results using these performance parameter. Then next is the input parameter analysis. This states that there is a need to include the multimodal inputs for the further analysis. Most of the research papers have only used fashion images, but we should consider the multimodal analysis. Then this is the overall analysis that shows that using these parameters, a developed, tailored, and superior and diverse fashion recommendations can be generated that will enhance the user experience. Then as a further analysis, I have done this dataset analysis, which tells that there are multiple datasets that are used in multiple research papers. So highest amount of dataset is being used here. Then datasets, fashion minced and deep fashion dataset, these appear frequently in the research studies because they are more popular. And this analysis states that we should use the diverse dataset in order to do the further dataset analysis. Then next is the methodology analysis. Here it states that the CNN and the ResNet V2, these achieve the highest accuracy, but they are used for the fashion classification. Then the GAN based approaches, they provide the 90% accuracy in order to perform in the generative task. Similarly, ESR GANs, they have proved to be the highest accuracy with the 94.7%, which makes it a strong choice for the super resolution image processing. So this was my first objective in the PhD work, and working over the next objective, so which is the enhancing the dataset image quality. According to this analysis, we can conclude that I can use ESR GAN technology to work further to improve the quality of the images in the dataset. So I conclude the presentation that this AI-based fashion recommendation system, they should meet the unique styles by recommending suitable fashion items as per the user preferences. GANs can be used to create the diverse and high-quality fashion designs, which enhance the personality and accessibility. So the performance metrics like precision, recall, F1 score, MAP, coverage, accuracy, MA, HPS, etc., these can be used to evaluate the performance of the recommendation system. Then investigation and improving the AI driven strategies for enhanced personalization and recommendation quality is essential. Similarly, focusing on the ethical, responsible, and sustainable practices in fashion technology is also important. These are the references that I have referred. So thank you. Hello.
Any questions from the session, sir?
Kirti,
Yes, sir.
tell me one thing. Why you
Yes,
have
sir.
chosen GAN?
Yes, sir, because generative adversarial networks, they are used according to this analysis. I just said that this is the methodology analysis,
Please
and here,
explain me how GAN is going to create an images.
yes, sir. In GAN, we have the two neural networks. One is the generator and one is the discriminator. So as I already explained during the introduction part, that in the generator will work to create the synthetic data, and here the discriminator being the other neural network, it will try to distinguish between the uh, real image and the fake image that is created by the generator. So they are in competition with each other. Generator will create the fake data by taking the real data as an input, and discriminator will try to distinguish between the real and the synthetic data, where the discriminator will try to prove that the image generated by the generator is fake, but the GAN has to generate the image which seem to be real in support to the real inputs that are given, so that can create the new
Jackie,
designs.
see,
Yes, sir.
the problem is what, the working of GAN model is different, and your target is different. For what you said, you want to create a higher quality images, right? Can be
Yes.
used to discriminate between the original and fake images.
Yes.
So these two things are not aligning with each other. That's what I'm saying.
Sir, actually, now GAN, there are different types of GANs that can be used. This is a generalized GAN working. Now, thinking about the methodology, the analysis says, hello, the analysis says that there are different types of GAN. So there is a type which is the SR GAN, that is the highest resolution GAN that improves that is the super resolution GAN that improves the resolution of an image, and the advanced version of super resolution GAN is the ESR GAN, which is the enhanced super resolution GAN that is used for image processing to enhance the resolution of an image. So that can be used in enhancing the image quality in the data set.
What is your objective here? Tell me whether you are going to discriminate between the original and fake images, or you want to improve the quality of the images in data.
Sir, my second objective is I'm going to enhance the dataset image quality. I'm not going to discriminate in fake and the real image. I'm going to enhance the image quality of the dataset in order to provide the good quality input for the further analysis.
But if you go for the second one, that will be better, because nowadays that is one of the biggest challenge to discriminate
Okay.
between the fake and real, because many people are generating new images, those are not existing in real world, and generating a fake videos.
Yes, yes, yes.
If we could able to extend it, that will be a great challenge.
Yes, yes, sure, sir. I will think about it. But here what I'm trying to work in this particular domain is I'm working on the fashion domain. And as it is a dynamic and continuously evolving domain, we need new designs continuously to come into the market. And we want to recommend the users to use those new designs and create a new era continuously. So for doing that purpose, we need a good quality input to provide to the recommendation system, and that's why the first step is to improve the quality of the images in order to give it as an input to the recommendation system. So that is what my objective is, but I'll
It
surely think about it, sir.
Okay. That's it from my end.
Yes, okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Moving on next, I'd like to call Miss Shobha K for her paper titled An Online Platform for Defense Aspirants, SSB Mocks. Ma'am, please can you start with your presentation?
Thank you, Richa. I'll be sharing the screen. Hope the screen is visible.
Yeah, you can start with your presentation. It is visible.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Shobha, serving as an assistant professor in the Department of CSC from Siddhganga Institute of Technology, Tumkur, Karnataka. So today I'm here to present one of the it could be the generic topic, but it is in need of the present day situation wherein people are finding hard to find the materials in that case. So my paper titled SSP Mocks, an online platform for defense aspirants. As we know, like many people who wants to get into the defense, they don't know how to move further because much of the things that are being available, it is all the offline content. So people have to go through the book, and there is no one to evaluate them in the particular situation. So in that sense, we thought of building an online platform where it will be helpful for the defense aspirant. That is what the motivation behind our work. So this presentation mainly outlines the development of an online platform specifically designed to help the aspiring candidates to prepare for the rigorous SSP stands for the Service Selection Board interview process for the admission to the Indian Armed Forces, which has been there. The main reason or why we need to have this is the SSP interview is going to be a challenge. It started or it established in the year of 1960 and remains a cornerstone for selecting the candidates for the Indian National Defense Academy, and it has evaluated various quality essentials one has to possess to get into the armed forces, included wherein people they try to choose people in terms of those who are very good at having the decision making, adaptability, and the loyalty environment. That is the main reason. And then once we look into the aspect of this, there are many limited preparation resources. So and because many can't get into the online coaching classes, and many can't afford the online classing coaches. That is what is the main reason for us to come up with this free web app which is being there. So this work aims to provide an online platform enabling the gap, so that is enabling better preparation for the defense aspirants for the interview which has been there. Just a minute. So the main objectives and motivation, what all will be there in this particular web application. See, will be having the modules related to the user registration, and then we have the different tests that are being there related to the SSB mock. So we have simulated all the tests, that is SSB test simulations, and we are trying to have the feedback exchange. As we say, there is an user registration. There are 3 users which can register today, that is aspirants, alumni, and the administrator. So each of this, once the aspirants take up the test, so administrator as well as the aspirants can share their feedback, so facilitate the feedback exchange between the alumni and aspirant. And there will be an administrative system where he or she will be able to add the contents to that, and you can see incorporate a robust administrative system for validating the test content which has been there. And the next module that has been there, so once the aspirant takes up all the tests that are being there, so we are trying to have the personality detection. So we are trying to utilize the personality detection based on the WAT, so that is the word assessment test responses, to enhance the user insights that has been there. So here how the overall look of the platform looks like. So we have the aspirant module where he or she can register and log into the practice the SSP test, submit and upload the responses, propose test content, and provide feedback on the other responses, and access the preparation materials and discussion section for the collaborating learning. These are all related to the aspirant module. And then we'll be having an alumni module where alumni, after logging in, can propose the test content, and they can evaluate already those who have taken the test, those they can evaluate the test and rate and provide feedback on the aspirants responses, and share experience in the discussion sections that are being there. And in case of the admin module allow to evaluate the test content proposed by the aspirants and the alumni, add appropriate content to the database, and manage the systems to ensure the quality and relevance of the materials that has been there. So to incorporate this web app, we have used various tools and technology. So we have used React. So it is for the it's efficient virtual DOM and fast rendering and ability to create the rich UIs. For that reason, we have the used the React, and we have used the Node.js. So it is used as a runtime environment for the server side programming, which enables to for the scalables and the fast applications that have been there. And to have all this details of the aspirants as well as the test and all those things, we have used the MongoDB, a NoSQL database used for storing aspirant responses responses, feedback, and the test questions and the user credentials that have been there. And we have the rapid API. So since, as I told, there are various tests that have been there to evaluate that test and to integrate, to come up with what is the personality trait of the aspirant. So we have used the rapid AI. So it is going to integrate NLP for personality insight based on the user response that has been there. So the functionality of the module goes, this is once the user login and registration happens, wherein the aspirants alumni can log in and register using their respective credentials. And we have the SSP test simulation. The platform offers various simulation of various SSP tests, including OERA, that is officer intelligence test, and personality trait test, and the word assessment test, and all those different tests that are being there. These are all the actual tests that happens in the SSB rigorously for the 5 years. So this test has been simulated in case of our web application. And we have the test material contribution. Both the aspirants and alumni can contribute the test material, wherein the validation from the administration is very much needed, which is then verified by the administration for the quality relevance. And feedback and evaluation, the platform provides a comprehensive feedback system for the aspirants, allowing them to review the response and receive insight from the alumni and administration. So the various tests that are I was speaking about, the first one is the OER test. There is the officer intelligence test. The main aim is here is to assessing reasoning and verbal ability. That is what is the first test one can take, the aspirant can take. And then the picture perception and description test, also known as the PPDT test. So it tells on here the picture will be given, and it will be given a 30 seconds or so time. So the aspirant has to come up his own story that has been there related to the picture. So it mainly focus on the story writing from the blurred images that has been there. And the next stage is the word association test. So here the set of words will be given, some 10 to 15 words will be given. So the aspirant has to come up with a meaningful sentence out of the word, so requiring sentence related to words. And the next test is the thematic appreciation test. So here involving story creation from the image. Once again, here it is the story creation, whereas in case the PPT, it's sort of blurred images will be there, whereas in case of a thematic appreciation test, here they have to come up with their own stories which is there. And the situation reactors, so evaluating here, given a situation, how the aspirant is going to react, so evaluating the responses to the various scenarios which has been there. So this is once again how the different stages that are being there in case of the proposed module, data storage and management, it has been there. And this is the outcome of the designed web application that has been there. First, the user is going to register with the login credential, and this is the page of the admin where he or she can add the corresponding test material pages there. And this is the first intelligence test. This will be the officer intelligence test.
Excuse me, ma'am, just
Yes.
a gentle reminder that
Yeah.
8 minutes are over.
Sure. And then this is the officer intelligence test rating. It is will be the based on the MCQs that have been there, and graph based on officer intelligence testing. This is like how many people have cleared the test or not cleared the test. That is the outcome of that. And this is how the picture perception test looks like. So given an image, they have to come up with a story. And then the word association test, set of words will be given, so they have to come up with a story based on that. And the personality detection test, so here given a scenario, how the person detection based on the word association test. And thematic appreciation set, they have to come up with their own test that has been there. And then later on a situation will be given, they have to come up with what is their reaction related to that. And there will be some exercises where people have to come up with the group planning exercises. So all those things, it is a very much time bound related. And when it comes to the online test or this, there is no material that has been there which evaluates the aspirant's performance. So that is the reason the web application has been designed as it. So as of now, it is a web application. So later in stage, and now the feedback is being given from the alumni. Later in stage, as a future scope, we are trying to work on a AI driven feedback system. And then a few more Advanced personality analysis tools could be incorporated to the web application, and real-time mock interviews has been planned and gamified environments, and this web app could be converted or could be enhanced for the mobile application. So that's about the SSB mocks and online platform for the defense aspirants.
Your web platform is different than the existing platform because I can see
So
there are some, the institutes or academies, those who are providing the SSD interview training. How does different than this?
sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you properly. How it is different from the existing one?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, sir, as we can look into that, there are not, I mean, like online platforms that has been there to train the aspirants. It's very costly, sir. First thing is that. So, what we are trying to provide is out of those who are interested, they can register and they can add the contents based on the approval from the administrator. All the everything whatever that happens in the academy for the 5 years, the same thing has been with the help of the ex-serviceman, we are trying to incorporate this. So in that sense, so it is of the free it's of the free service.
Yes, sir. So you are going to provide them training also, or just
Training in the sense,
test
yes
you are
sir,
going
like
to?
how does the test look like, and what based on whatever the things happens on the before the selection, whatever the test process has been there, that has been simulated. Not after that, before the selection process, what one aspirant, what all the stages that they have to go through, that has been designed.
So you have deployed your website, or is it going on?
Sir, currently it is in the testing stage. Locally it has been deployed.
Locally deployed.
Yeah. We have the TBI in
So
our institute. With that, we have deployed it.
because I can see there are some academies those who are providing the SSP interview training.
Yes.
Some videos, and I think there are lots of. So are you
Uh,
going to provide that kind of training for the interview process?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As I told, yes, that is the next plan is the AI-driven based feedback systems and the real-time interviews and all those things that we are planning to come up with. Sir.
That's it from me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Moving on next. I'd like to call Miss Ananya Solanki for her paper titled E-commerce Platform for Plant Nursery with Virtual Green Space Customizer. Ma'am, please start with the presentation.
Yes. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. I'm Ananya Solanki, a final year computer engineering student of Don Bosco Institute of Technology, Mumbai. My co-authors are Aral D'Souza, Leander Bregenza, and Mrs. Sana Sheikh, our project guide. Today's presentation is about our project e-commerce platform for plant nursery with virtual green space customizer. So these are the agendas to be covered in today's presentation. The idea of this project is to address the challenges faced by plant lovers when it comes to purchasing plants online. For plant lovers, there has always been a barrier to access a wider variety of plants. This restriction is due to the absence of a dedicated marketplace to buy and sell plants. Another issue with online shopping is that people often like the appearance of plant in photos, but once they receive it and place in their own space, they might feel like it's not complementing with their spatial aesthetics. So our project is a solution to these problems. The Floral Fusion website provides a wide range of plants classified in different categories, such as medicinal plants, aesthetic plants, and more, with their plant care tips. So this is the front end of our website. This is the interface. Now, Floral Fusion has two key features, including augmented reality, that is AR integration, which allows users to visualize how a plant will look in their space before making a purchase, providing a clearer understanding of the aesthetic impacts that the plant will create in user space. Another feature is plant recommendation system based on user's location. This system recommends the plant based on AQI of user's location. AQI is air quality index. First, talking about AR feature, there already exist many plant selling websites like ugao.com and nurserylife.com, but they lack AR visualization features. As far as we have researched, there doesn't exist any plant selling website with AR integration. And so we have integrated AR visualization for plants in our website. Now, AR visualizations are of two types, marker based and markerless AR. In marker based AR, a specific image or a symbol, for example, a QR code, is needed to trigger the AR object to appear. While in markerless AR, it lets you place virtual objects in real world without needing a special marker, simply by using your device's camera to scan the environment around you. We have used markerless AR in this project so that the user doesn't require a marker to place the virtual object, allowing them to place object wherever they want in their space. One of the methods that we have used to develop this AR feature is using the 3D models of plants which are available online. WebGL, that is Web Graphics Library, helps to render these 3D objects or virtual content in web browser. So this is how user can use their camera and visualize plants and keep it anywhere in the environment, see and how it will look. So talking about recommendation system, this system uses air quality index of user's location to recommend those plants which are effective against harmful chemicals in user's location. We have developed an algorithm for this purpose, which takes the AQI level of user's location. So AQI chemical components can be broken down into following main chemicals, that are particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, and lead. All these are harmful chemicals for environment. These are the steps for our algorithm. Step 1 is AQI data received through an API call to openweathermap.org to receive past 7 days AQI data of user's location. Step 2 is performing chemical component analysis on each component. In this, each component will be averaged based on past 7 days data using average formula as given here. Here, comp day 1 indicates day 1 average of chemical component in parts per million. This will be performed on all 7 components. Step 3 is performing another computation on each individual chemical component average that we have received from step 2. So here recommended chemical component here means that if the value of a particular component is this much in the environment, then it is not much harmful. Step 4 is component having the maximum ratioed component will be identified. Suppose carbon monoxide has the maximum ratioed component. It means that carbon monoxide is more in user's environment, and now those plants will be recommended to the user which are most effective against carbon monoxide. We have 7 arrays for each chemical component. To understand this, suppose the first array is for carbon monoxide. So it will have names of all those plants which are effective against carbon monoxide. These are arranged in decreasing order of their effectiveness. So now in our example, we found that CO, that is carbon monoxide, is having the maximum ratioed component, and therefore plants from this array will be recommended to the user. So this is a flowchart depicting how it will work. The whole algorithm is depicted in this flowchart. Now the system architecture has 4 modules and 1 database for storing plants and users information. After sign up and login, users can directly search for a specific plant, or they can go for the recommendation system. Before adding the product to the cart, user has an option to view that product in AR and see if they like it in their space or not. Modules will use database to store and receive the data required by them. So coming to conclusion and results, this graph shows a significant rise in AR users over the past 5 years, with a sharp increase in 2023 and 24 compared to 2019. This graph this growth highlights the rapid adoption of AR across industries. For example, Amazon also uses AR for some of its products. As more brands integrate AR into their businesses, it has become a key global trend. Modern air quality is worsening due to industrialization, vehicular emission, and deforestation, leading to increased pollutants like uh, like components such as particulate matter, which are the components of AQI. Plants play a crucial role in mitigating pollution by absorbing and filtering these pollutants. As AQI is increasing, it is crucial to develop a system.
Just a gentle reminder, ma'am, that 8 minutes are over.
Yeah, yeah. So it is crucial to develop a system that can contribute to the decrease of AQI component, and that is what our project does. So this graph shows that as more users purchase plants recommended by AQI recommendation system, their contribution to the sustainability increases. Although the impact is small at an individual level, it becomes significant when scaled to a large number of users. And these are the future scopes. Recommendation system algorithm can be enhanced by adding more parameters such as temperature and humidity of user's location. Integration of IoT devices which can monitor AQI of a location in real time. And plant care system can be implemented which can give plant care tips for a plant by scanning or uploading its photo to the system. These are some of the references that we have used. Thank you.
What is the uniqueness of your site than the existing?
Yes, sir. So the main uniqueness is this AR integration. As we have already seen that there are websites such as Ugao.com and nurserylife.com. They does have all the features for plant selling, but they lack this AR implementation. And as far we have researched, there is no website which provides this AR visualization. So this is one uniqueness, and another is AQI recommendation. So these are the two uniqueness of our system.
You have implemented this site?
So work is ongoing. We are working on a recommendation system now.
So you are confident that it will be more famous than the existing sites? How you can, compete with the existing site?
So we think that the uniqueness of its size is the main thing that will help it.
Any data set that ready-made data set that you have used for analysis purpose?
So we have used a research based like for this we need recommended chemical component. So this is for each chemical component we have this data set. So recommended chemical component is based on research basis only.
And for checking the air quality, how you are going to check it?
So that will be done through an API call using this website. So here API data is available, openweathermap.org.
But the air quality can be changing throughout the day. So
Yes, sir. So here comp day one, it is the average of that day's chemical component. So
okay.
yeah,
So how many times within a day you are going to take the readings, air quality reading?
um it is not yet decided, but maybe 5 to 10 times we can take.
10 times, not at least. Because normally in the morning the air quality is good. If
Yes,
you
sir. So that's why we are
in the afternoon, yeah. So that component or parameter that you have to consider.
yes, sir. So we are considering
Okay.
average of each day. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's it from me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am.
Yeah.
Moving on next. I'd like to call Mr. Amaya Badge for his paper titled Emotion Detection for Adaptive Experiences. So please can you start with your presentation?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. Yes. Wait a minute. I will share the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Myself Amaya Badge, and I am a student in Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Bibwadi, Pune, in computer branch. So, today I am going to be presenting my research paper, my project, which we made during the EDAI, which is a subject in FY. So it is called the Philometer. So it is a emotion based music recommendation system for adaptive experiences. So these are my co-authors, and our project guide is Professor Prajakta Dandavate ma'am. So this is the overview that I will be covering in the next 8 minutes. So first of all, what my project does. Just a minute, I will switch on my camera. Hello, am I visible now?
Yes, sir.
Huh. So, in today's world, what happens is the music plays a very deep role in determining the mood of a user. So, a study shows that the music that you listen affects your mental health in adverse manner, may it positive or may it be negative. So, there is also a thing called music therapy, which is used to treat patients in depression. So the Philometer is basically a AI tool. So it works on models trained in Python. So what happens is in daily life, user struggles to choose music. So this is a music suggestion tool which uses the camera to capture the feed and detect the human facial expressions. Based on it, we have trained our model to read seven human emotions, including happy, anger, sad, etc. So, based on the mood, we have curated an algorithm to play the playlists based on the mood. So, what is the problem statement? So, basically, what happens is during the music choosing of a user, the user struggles to choose the music right for his mood. So a study shows that when a user is in a bad mood, he tends to listen to sad songs. Means unintentionally he goes for the sad songs. Uh, then second is integrating multiple modalities. So, as for now, our project uses the camera feed to detect the human facial expressions. But other than human facial expressions, uh, what happens is we can use the human tone, then its behavior, etc. Then what our project does. So we have developed a robust facial expression detection system. So it is capable of capturing human emotions based on seven moods. Then we have developed an algorithm to analyze the users emotion changes in real time, means continuous feed is captured. And the third thing is we provide on based on the continuous feed, our algorithm suggests the music to the user. So these are some of the literature reviews that we have done. So what components have we used in our project? So as for the computer vision, we are using the first thing is the computer camera as the feed. Uh, then we have used the OpenCV Python module to process the images. Uh, the machine learning models are trained on the Kaggle dataset called FEI 2013. So we are using neural networks, and they are trained to recognize human emotions. Then we have a curated music database based for the moods. Like there is some playlist for a happy mood, sad mood, anger, to boost the user's morale, etc. And we are using the Selenium to control the web browser and control the music playing. So how we have made this project? First, the data was collected, which was the FER 2013 data set. Then we done the data pre-processing and feature extraction from the images. Then model, we have tried multiple algorithms, and out of which the best one was trained to recognize 7 emotions, as I mentioned earlier. So then we deployed and means local testing only. So we deployed and monitored the model and fine-tuned it. So this is the workflow of how it happens. First, the project starts, camera initializes, and we have kept one feature of smart wake word detection, just like Google and Alexa. So that's for the program to know when the user wants to play the music. Then video frame is captured. After that, the frame by frame pre-processing is done. Then the data is provided to the CNN for to get the current mood of the user. Then the mood is passed to the recommendation algorithm, and it then provides music suggestions. So this is some demo. Currently, it is just the frame. We are working on the UI. Uh, so what are the advantages? So first of all, you get personalized music recommendations based on your mood. So that helps save your time. It also saves your thinking, like what to play. And sometimes what happens is, if you play wrong music unintentionally, it will adversely affect you. So, and second thing is enhanced well-being. So as I mentioned earlier, the music is having a huge impact on the mental well-being of a user. So by providing right music for right state of mood, it can serve as a therapeutic tool. So third thing is real-time feedback and adaptation. As I mentioned earlier, our project captures continuous feeds and adapts based on the changes in the mood of the user. So let's say user is sad. Uh, what happens is he tend to listen to sad songs. So our algorithm will identify his mood and start with having some positive music. Then when the user is being happy or something, it will play energetic music and such all things. Then also we can integrate this system with other things, like it is in the future scope. I will show you just now. So in future scope, what we can do is, currently we are just capturing the facial emotions. So what we can do is, we can capture the body language, the tone, etc., and we can incorporate all to get the ultimate data to provide to algorithm. Then adaptive user interface. So we can develop a UI to help user interact with our program seamlessly, and collaborative and filtering and social integration. So basically this is for sharing your mood on social media. So basically in today's world, social media also affects the users well-being in a much huger way. So our system will also in future help user share what they have changed, how they have changed, what our system helped them, and etc. So these were the paper we referred. So yeah, this project can be beneficial in the future, where the therapies can be done at your home using AI tools, as AI is emerging. So thank you. Hello.
How your tool is different than the existing tools?
Sir, as for now, existing tools for music recommendation don't capture video feeds, and it is obvious they shouldn't. But the thing is, we can incorporate this thing into music recommendation, because if user is here to improve his mood, then and this is can be as a therapy as well, so he will be ready to share his video feed with us. So basically, as for now, there are no music platforms incorporating this video based music recommendation. So what they are doing is they are just recommending music based on the previous music played, or the clicks, or their searches patterns they uh, use.
But throughout the day, many times my mood can be changed.
So
So
that's what
accordingly, is it going to adapt?
that's what I said. The feed is live. The feed capture is live, and the algorithm is such that it will change its recommendation when the user mood shifts or transits between two states. So as I mentioned the example also, sad mood will provide with some positive music, and then when the user starts to feel positive and happy, it will energize the atmosphere by playing some energetic songs. This was just an example.
Any data set that you have used for analysis purpose?
Uh, yeah, we have used the FER 2013, which was on Kaggle. So it was a dataset containing 3000 images of different emotions, seven emotions basically, to be precise: angry, happy, sad, disgust, etc. Neutral
How
was
many
in.
records are there? How many records are there in that data set?
It was about 3000 for testing, and I guess 15,000 something, less than that for training purposes.
How much percent accuracy you got?
So as of now, we got 65 to 68% accuracy,
Do you
which
think
was sufficient.
you are using deep learning models? Do you think that 3,000, 4,000 samples are more than enough for training and
That
testing purpose?
obviously not, and that's why the accuracy is 63%. But we are working, and currently it is under development. So as for when the project was made, it was 63%, and after fine tuning and something, now we have reached 72 to 75% accuracy, and it will improve with addition of uh, extra datas and other parameters, such as the speech recognition, body language recognition, etc.
Okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation. Moving on next, I'd like to call Mr. Shailesh Kahane for his paper titled Integrating AI and Blockchain for Enhancing Occupational Health and Safety Management in the Construction Center of Maputo, Mozambique. Sir, please can you start with your presentation? I guess sir is not in the meeting. So we can move on to the next presenter. I'd like to call Mr. Swapnil Maladkar for his paper titled Integrating Deep Learning with Dynamic Shading to Enhance Blockchain Performance, Case Study for Educational Record Management. So please can you start with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Hello, all. My name is Swapnil, and I am honored to be presenting our paper with the title Integrating Deep Learning with Dynamic Sharding to Enhance the Blockchain Performance, Case Study for Educational Record Management, identified by paper ID 226. Before diving into intricate details of our work, I would like to introduce my guides, that is Praveen sir and SG Totad sir, who helped us in exploring the realms of blockchain technology to address a critical challenge. We have tackled the scalability issues in blockchain networks to better support the high demands of educational record management. Blockchain in education ensures secure, immutable data management for student record, but faces scalability issues due to high data volumes. And however, traditional blockchain network faces a major obstacle in scalability. This limitation becomes even more apparent in record management settings. So, existing data management in education are often prone to tampering and breaches, where a blockchain decentralized and immutable structure could prevent it. So, but there are some issues such as scalabilities, because of the as transaction grows, the bottlenecks of the system starts to happen. So, we have proposed a solution by taking LSTM, the long short-term memory, into blockchain architecture to enhance the scalability and optimize performance. LSTM excel in time series forecasting and predict the network traffic in real time. This allows us to dynamically adjust the shard configuration, which we call it as a dynamic sharding. By addressing scalability challenges through workload prediction and adaptive resource allocation, we aim to reduce latency and improve the throughput, making the blockchain more practical for educational management applications. Coming to the problem statement, that as I said, that higher transaction bottlenecks the blockchain networks in where the throughput reduces as well as the latency increases, which is a current challenge for us. And speaking about the theoretical background, like we made use of the sharding, that is which divides the network into shard and process this transaction independently. But static shard allocation often fails under varying network demands. As we know, as transaction increases, static shard remains the same, and sometimes if there is a very much fluctuating, then it may get overhead, and also bottleneck problem starts arising, which increases just the latency. And we have taken the deep learning approach, that is the LSTM network, to predict the entire network workload, and they adjust the shards dynamically before the transactions occur. So this is our proposed solution. That is, we have taken a data set and trained it on the LSTM, and integrated the dynamic sharding approach in the Python, so to predict the workload and adjust shard based on the demand. We have made this current hypothesis that sharding increases the throughput and reduces latency, as each shard processes independently on their set of nodes, and LSTM based deep learning enhances throughput by taking the workload prediction before and adjust them for the high transaction volumes that will occur further. The key findings we have we found were that for a dynamic sharding approach without LSTM, throughput increased by just 9.47%, and the latency decreased by 8.63%. Dynamic sharding integrated when we integrated with the LSTM, the throughput approximately increased by 22%, and the latency was decreased to 25%. This these are the hypotheses which we made, and we have achieved it, and confirms, and this approach confirms that there is much more of scalability improvement, particularly with the deep learning and deep learning adaptive sharding. Coming to the throughput comparison, we can see the graph here. The red line indicates the dynamic sharding plus LSTM we have integrated, so which reached the 509 TPS at the highest send rate, that was 550. Sharding maintains also consistent improvements across rates, while deep learning achieves highest throughput under the peak loads. Coming to the latency comparison, we can see that um, dynamic we can see that dynamic integrated with our proposed approach took was under the 4 second even at high transaction load. And coming to resource usage comparison, we can see the CPU usage percentage and memory usage percentage, which where the our proposed approach, that is the red line, was uniformly distributed across the nodes. Coming to the current limitation, that challenges with the real-time adaptation under volatile load condition, because there might be an possibility of LSTM going wrong also because of the volatile network state, and we also require high computational resources to train the deep learning models. Our proposed future works are exploring the alternative models for potentially faster adaptive sharding, investigate advanced consensus mechanism to further enhance the scalability and security in educational applications. These development further validate blockchain applicability and data in intensive sector like healthcare, education, and enabling faster and more secure data handling. These are the references which we referred and which that provided us with valuable insights into blockchain scalability and record management specific challenges and consensus mechanism. Together, these references form the foundation of our research, allowing us to build upon established method while addressing gaps in scalability and latency in real-world record management. Thank you.
Which blockchain consensus algorithm you have used?
Proof of stake, sir.
Why proof of stake?
Because considering proof of work, there are it is very computational intensive, but proof of stake is because of the one who has the most stake will be given the chances to validate, and his coins or the stake will be kept as a guarantee or asset for assuring security.
What is the specialty of your application? Any data set that you have used?
Yes, a proof of stake data set from Kaggle, sir.
Okay. And for LSTM and deep learning part,
Yes, so
how
that
you are
only.
going to integrate with blockchain?
So currently we are working this is just we have integrated and simulated in Python, sir. Now we are going, our further work is to integrate with the real world blockchain and then try it on.
So for deep learning and for blockchain, you are using Python or any other programming language you are using for blockchain?
Python.
Only Python for both.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my.
Yes. Thank
Thank you, sir, for your presentation.
you. Okay, thank you.
Moving on next, I'd like to call Mr. Anand Dhariwal for his paper titled Medicard, Advanced Healthcare Application for Digital Transformation. So please can you start with your presentation?
Yes,
Yes, it's visible now.
yes. It's okay. Okay, so our project is a Medicard. It's a advanced healthcare application for digital transformation. I am Anand Dhadiwal from JSPN's Rajarshi Shahu College of Engineering, Pune. So our team members are myself, Anand Dhadiwal, Devrat Datke, Atharva Shinde, Harshal Devre, Prema Sahane, and Amruta Hingmire. So the problem statement of our project is to increase the convenient interaction between doctor, patient, and pharmacist through giving them a digital platform to interact. The need is to store the medical records of the patients safely, thus digitally, and making an EHR system, which is an electronic health record management system, where doctors and pharmacists can be able to access the past record of patients. So the objectives are to combine different healthcare units in a single application, like combining the patient, doctors, and pharmacists through a digital application. Next is to strengthen the accessibility and equity of healthcare services, to leverage IT associated technologies and support the existing healthcare system, like to update the healthcare system digitally, thus more securely. to make the healthcare industry technologically rich and develop the healthcare service and make a paperless system for interaction. So this was the literature survey from where we surveyed the past papers. The paper first was of 2021 named Ayushman Bharat Health Account. It is the existing healthcare system of India. So its idea was storing the data of the patient. It was just about storing, not updating and anything interaction with doctors and patients. So the next was student health record management. It was of Oyo state in Guyana country. So it was also about health record management and centralized server. This was a smart card next like Gisek and Deverent. It was one of the European countries where it was used. And the next was analysis of health record in private hospital. It was restricted just to a private hospital in Karnataka district. So this is how our existing system, like how our medical system is different from existing. So for reference, we have taken the ABA card, which is existing system. So in ABA card, we can generate just a unique number. In Medicard, we are going to link Aadhaar card using the Aadhaar number of the identifier to get more accurate results and the safety of the person. So the data access in ABA card required only showing phone to the doctor, and in Medicard we have leveraged it that doctor and pharmacist can access through ID and OTP generation in the patient's OTP. So ABA card doesn't support online transactions. So in Medicard we have enabled online payment to doctor and pharmacist. ABA card was limited to smartphone users, but Medicard is accessible everyone with card number or details. So the main is the Aadhaar card was only granting access to the user, like the patients. So in Medicard, we have provided access to doctor and pharmacist through OTP and unique ID generated. So in ABA card, only patient were able to upload the edit records. And in Medicard, we have given access to doctor and user to upload and edit the records. For example, doctor can upload the prescriptions digitally in the user's account, like the patient's account, without using the paper and all. So this says the manual paper prescriptions, and Medicard uses the e-prescriptions. Also in ABA card, the main drawback was only user was able to upload his history, like the past medical records. In Medicard, we have generated a system for automatically updating the complete history, like doctor can update the history of patient in their account independently. So this is the system architecture. First you have to register as a patient or doctor or a pharmacist. So after registration, everything there will be verified, like accepting the doctor. For patient we take Aadhaar card for verification purpose. For doctors we take their degree license about the doctors, and then it is verified, same as for pharmacists. So after signing in, we come to patient dashboard, where patient can upload a medical record and view the previous records, where again then he can search for the hospital doctor and book an appointment there sitting at the home. Then next, it can edit the personal information. It can make online payment through UPI or card for the fees of doctor and pharmacist. And he can join a community where different groups are being made for patients of similar diseases, or like health groups where they will get information about health and all. So next, we have made a pathology test as well. So doctors or patient can upload their pathology report, test reports. After signing as a doctor, doctor can enter the patient's unique ID, from where he can go into the account of patients after entering the OTP received by the patient. So in that patient's account, doctor can view the prescription, latest prescriptions and older past records. So the main issue is doctors are not able to get patients' previous history as accurately as they can get in the Medicard. Like collecting and preserving the physical documents is harder, so it is digitally done in Medicard. So viewing the past records and histories, so doctor can be aware about the drug and allergies the patient is having today. So it can be avoided, and after diagnosis, doctor can upload the e-prescription digitally on the patient's account. So next, the payment will be done with the patient side. Then signing in as a pharmacist can enter the patient's unique ID and get the latest prescription. Based on the prescription, he can provide the drugs and the payment is done digitally. So all this system is collectively built in a single system for a more iterative purpose. So next, this was our module, like a interface for the application. Here is the login function. Here Medica to select a role for a patient, doctor and pharmacist. Next, this was the verification purpose. Next, the doctor modules. Doctor module here, doctor will be verified. Then next, he can enter the patient's ID here. He can see the upcoming appointments, checkups and transactions. Next, after entering the patient's record, he can see the details of the patient like the name, age, note like the allergies and other diseases which can be give rise to side effects and all. So next, after here we can see the history of the patients. Like he was visited last doctor at 27, next which was 22nd April, like the 6th October 2023. Like history of the patient record is
Excuse
saved
me,
here.
sir. 8 minutes
Yes.
are over. Can you please wrap up?
Okay. Yes. Yes. So here is the prescription uploaded. This is the patient model where patient can see the upcoming appointments, his medical records, join a community, online appointment system and all. So the conclusion of this project is we have tried to make the process of patient's treatment easier, which include finding the best doctor, getting treated by them and taking related tests and medicines immediately with the help of Medicard application. We have overcome the drawbacks of current system which are unable to serve their users as the need they want. Thus, Medicard will be a step towards digital India and will help to improve and develop the healthcare sector. These were the references and just it that's all. Thank you.
Which algorithm they are used for implementation?
Not a specific algorithm we have used. We have just created a application like such applications from Android Studio Java.
So if you are using blockchain technology, don't you think that it would be better?
Which one, sir?
Blockchain.
Yes, we have studied that, but we find this technology like more like efficient. We have uploaded the records on the cloud Firebase, so
No.
their security
Problem is
has
what
also.
if somebody changing the previous history, right? Then
Yes. Oh,
somebody's
okay.
tampering your data. Then the next, the next treatment will go in a wrong way.
Yes, right.
The
So we
data
have
security is
thought
also
of
important.
no, we didn't thought of that blockchain, but we have used the onion security model, which is a 5-layer model to protect the records.
Is it going to provide better security than blockchain?
I need to study that as well.
Because it's not that suppose I'm taking medical treatment from Pune because I'm living in Pune. It may happen that because of job switch, I may move to Mumbai or some other city.
Yes,
So in that case, will your application will help over there?
yes, yes. It will be very friendly for every doctor and the patient. So also we are thinking of making a hand with government to ensure that to say them to they implement this.
Okay.
Like if
That's it
government
from me.
issues this, so it will be all over Maharashtra or India.
Okay. That is fine. That's it from my.
Okay, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Um,
you.
Moving on next, I'd like to call Mr. Anand Chavatia for the paper titled Revolutionizing Academic Management, a digital solution for school or university lecture and laboratory oversight, smart QR attendance application with location-based feature for schools and universities. So please can you start with your presentation? I guess sir is not in the meeting. So um, moving on next, I'd like to call Nirali Arora ma'am for the paper titled Towards Contextual Search Optimization, a Unified Ranking Approach for Relevance Prioritization. Ma'am, please can you start with the presentation?
Yes, ma'am, I can start. Is my screen visible, ma'am? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, can I start, ma'am, then?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the title of my research paper, which is being presented in this SmartCon conference, is Towards Contextual Search Optimization, a Unified Ranking Approach for Relevance Prioritization. I, Professor Nirali Arora, I'm also a research scholar. And so basically, in today's information dense environment, search engines and recommendation systems they face a tremendous challenge of delivering relevant search results which are tailored to the specific results of the user. But in today's scenario, we are actually drowning in data but starving for knowledge. So, what is the traditional problem? The problem is that using only a single algorithm for ranking results into too much redundant results. For example, making use of PageRank algorithm or BM25 algorithm. These are relying on only single algorithm ranking, that is only using link-based ranking algorithm. Although these models do provide a prioritized rankings, but they struggle to account for diverse user contexts, such as different user intentions, varying search environments, example devices, types, locations, etc. Neither are the user behaviors are taken into account. So there is definitely a need for improvement. A better solution which is needed is to dynamically adjust the relevance of the search results based on these variables. So our problem statement is loud and clear. A single algorithm like BM25 PageRank may not address to the nuances of the complex user needs. They often provide a one size fit all solution which can lead to less relevant results for different types of searches. The goal of this entire research paper was to enhance the search relevance by integrating multiple algorithms which are adaptive to different user contexts. The solution is a unified hybrid ranking strategy that combines both conventional and cutting edge techniques, offering more flexibility and improved relevancy. By this, we are actually introducing a contextual rank. Now, what is a contextual rank? A contextual rank is a hybrid ranking strategy that integrates multiple algorithms into a unified system which aim to adapt to user context and intent. By combining different traditional ranking algorithms with more sophisticated neural network based models so that we can improve the search relevance dynamically. At the same time, these set of algorithms are highly context aware, where they can evaluate the user behavior, the type of the query, and other contextual factors to adjust the ranking of the results. Consider the following diagram. Given a user, when he flashes a query, the entire query goes into the search engine ranking. Now, this search engine ranking algorithm will be following a semantic knowledge as well as discover the aspect tags. The entire NLP, natural language processing module, will take into account of entity extraction, classifier training, aspect opinion extraction, and sentiment tagging by actually extracting the user reviews and product catalog and click streams. Now, what are the key components of the hybrid system? The conventional models BM25 for term relevance, that is TF, PageRank for link based authority would be used, but these will be combined with BERT based transformers for semantic understanding of queries and learning to rank algorithms for optimizing the relevance over the period of time. At the same time, there is a additional factor of dynamic adaptation to user intent which will be taken into account. User intent is one of the key factor. One of the biggest challenges in a search relevance is understanding the intent behind the user in the query. The same search term may have different meaning. For example, an apple can be referred to as a fruit, or apple could be a company. So dynamic adaptation to user intent plays a very pivotal role. At the same time, what does this dynamic adaptation exactly do? So, dynamic adaptation basically adjusts the ranking process so that it gets a better accountability for user intent. That is the user looking for the same information of the same products, or it is looking for something else? It also takes into account of situational details, whether which device the user is actually using. Are they in a specific location? So basically, it takes into account of location, device, time, previous searches, interaction history. All of this accounts into the dynamic adaptation. So basically, the system combines the algorithmic scores based on all of these factors, thus providing contextually relevant results that align more closely. Following, we have something called as context recognition mechanism. The context recognition mechanism basically evaluates the following: user history, that is the previous searches and the interaction patterns, the query type, the nature of the query, and the behavioral pattern, that is how long does a user engage with the search results, such as clicks, time spent, etc. Now, what are the benefits of these models? Definitely, we have increased flexibility because the system will be dynamically able to adapt to different user contexts. At the same time, it can enhance the relevance. By combining various models, it can generate more relevant search results, addressing both content-based as well as context-based factors, and followed by impact on search systems. This hybrid model can significantly enhance the quality of results provided by search engines and as well as for the recommendation systems, and they can be aligned with actually what the user is looking for. So thus it provides that pattern of synchronization. At the same time, what are the applications? The applications are very versatile with ranging from search engines to e-commerce platforms to content recommendation systems. And the future research directions would be exploring ways to reduce the computational cost, because when we are using an hybrid approach, it does result into a higher amount of complexity. At the same time, scalability, where we can actually investigate techniques to scale the entire system. And following that, we also need to do some form of contextual improvements, that is we can refine that and tune the iteratively retune the entire context recognition mechanism. So the summary is that just by we are actually using the unified ranking strategy that integrates multiple algorithms, and so basically we are integrating PageRank and BM25 with BERT and learning to rank methods. And the key findings was that this is very much contextual rank model actually provides more flexible and context aware ranking system that improves the search relevance and provides a better user experience. Thank you all for the attention. I would be really happy to take any questions or comments from the audience.
So you have used unified ranking strategy,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So how it is different than the previous one?
So actually, unified ranking strategy, it's a basically an hybrid model or an amalgamation of PageRank as well as content based as well as usage based ranking algorithms, wherein this hybrid approach tends to eliminate the pros and cons related to only a single algorithm, uh, like that of PageRank, or using only TF-IDF. So rather than that, we are actually making use of dynamic adaptation here, as well as user intent mechanism is also being studied here. And we are taking into account of user intent, previous searches, location, device, and time, and then giving the set of results which are very much relevant to the user.
how many algorithms you are integrated
So
together?
basically, we are actually integrating three set of algorithms. One is for contextual ranking, one is for dynamic adaptation, and the other one is for generation of personalized score. So these are the three set of algorithms that we are using along with our conventional models.
Okay, that's it from mine.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I stop sharing, ma'am?
Yeah, you can
Uh,
stop sharing.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
um, I sincerely thank all our authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to thank you for the support during the ninth version and all the previous eight versions. We'll be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates via email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of 2025. I'd like to thank our session chair, Dr. Vishal Patil sir, for chairing this session. This is a token of appreciation to the chair on the behalf of the whole team of SMARTCOM 2025 and the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for your valuable presence.
Thank you.
Now I kindly request everyone to switch on their cameras for a quick snapshot.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.